Broadcasting from our studio in Nongwa at Dugono on the 10th Avenue Street. Remember, you can also catch our live stream on Facebook and YouTube at MBN 360. I am Afu Juliet Yaira. Let's take a look at tonight's major headlines. Major headlines. GES teacher recruitment portal attracts 40,000 applicants for 7,000 slots. In the world of business, traders issue May ultimatum over stalled KJTR Phase 2 project. On the foreign front, Cameroon separatists to pause fighting ahead of Pope visits. These and many other stories coming up shortly. Now in our first story, the Minister for Education, Haruna Idrisu, has disclosed that more than 40,000 applicants submitted entries through the teacher recruitment portal for just 7,000 available vacancies.
Speaking on the sidelines of the launch of the e-Learning Africa, Mr. Idrisu explained that although Ghana faces a teacher deficit, financial clearance was granted for only 7,000 teachers. He assured that the best qualified candidates will be selected from the applicants pool. The recruitment portal has since been closed to prevent the system from being overwhelmed. The Ministry of Education received clearance from the Ministry of Finance to recruit 7,000 teachers. In an open, transparent manner, it was advertised as the portal opened and the number reached 40,000. It was closed. The best 7,000 will be selected after careful assessment. We will do our best, he said.
Ghana, if resources were available, we should be employing and recruiting up to 50,000 teachers across the country. But owing to budgetary constraints, we are unable to do that. The Ministry of Education received clearance from the Ministry of Finance to recruit up to 7,000 teachers with degree and diplomas, and accordingly the process has been advertised in an open, transparent manner. My understanding is that it reflected need because many, if not all, the district assemblies were involved, particularly those that need teachers very critically. And as the portal opened, when it got to 40,000, the Ghana Education Service instructively closed it in order that we didn't have a stampede of numbers. And therefore, those who were fortunate would be critically examined and assessed in terms of their readiness, their competence and qualification, and the best 7,000 of the over 40,000 applicants. At least my understanding, as I spoke to the Director General of Education yesterday, Professor David, even within that time period, we had up to 40,000 applicants, and we have only room for 7,000 applicants. So we take the best out of the 40,000. Better luck next time for those who have an opportunity. We do have clearance from the Honorable Minister for Finance. We will do our best. We don't want to have a stampede.
Ghana is set to establish its first marine protected area at Greater Cape 3 Points on Tuesday, April 14.
The Vice President, Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, is expected to formally declare the area as part of the effort to strengthen marine conservation and promote sustainable fisheries management. Officials at the Vice Presidency say the initiative is aimed at restoring declining fish stocks, protecting marine biodiversity, and boosting Ghana's blue economy. The project is also expected to improve livelihoods in coastal communities by enhancing long-term fish supply and supporting national food security. The designation of the NPA follows cabinet approval in October 2025, marking a major policy shift towards sustainable ocean governance. The protected area is located along the western region coastline between Ampatano and Domuli, covering an estimated 700 square kilometers of critical marine and coastal ecosystems. It serves as an important breeding and nursery ground for key fish species such as sardinella, anchovies, and mackerel.
I hereby formally declare Greater Cape 3 Points Marine Protected Area duly established. Government has therefore chosen to act boldly, and the Marine Protected Area that we declare today is a critical measure in our national strategy. The protection of this area goes far beyond conserving fish. It secures the ecological foundation on which sustainable fisheries and the communities that depend on them must be built. The selected area covers a carefully delineated zone of just over 703 square kilometers and encompasses 21 coastal communities.
Education policy think tank Africa Education Watch is warning that Ghana's teacher deployment system remains highly imbalanced, leaving many rural schools understaffed despite what it describes as a national surplus of teachers.
The executive director of the organization, Kofi Asari, made the remarks at a press briefing where he outlined what he described as persistent inefficiencies in how teachers are distributed across the country. He noted that while Ghana appears to have enough teachers on paper, many rural districts continue to suffer shortages, especially at the basic education level. Mr. Asari explained that the challenge is not necessarily recruitment, but distribution, arguing that teachers are disproportionately concentrated in urban centers at the expense of rural communities. According to him, about 30,000 classrooms still lack teachers due to distributive inefficiencies, culminating in surplus deployment in regional capitals, metropolitan areas, and urban municipalities. He further highlighted what he described as severe disparities in northern Ghana, noting that while some areas have surplus staff, rural schools remain critically underserved.
In line with the President's directive on decentralized teacher postings, we call for transparency in the recruitment and deployment of teachers. The GES pursuant to this must publish a teacher posting plan indicating the quotas being distributed to all teacher-deprived districts who are receiving the 7,000 teachers. This will form the basis of civil society and media monitoring of distributive efficiency at the district level, and provide us an opportunity to feed back to the Ministry for Education to ensure that there is effectiveness in policy implementation. EduWatch is going to submit an RTI to GES to request for this data and enable our partner NGOs across rural Ghana to monitor child deployment using the quotas assigned to every district. We are going to monitor every teacher deployed up to the school level and report to the ministry on their status. Teachers who fail to honor their posting will make sure that they are taken off the GES payroll because Ghana is not getting value for money. We call on the minister to engage the Ministry of Finance for supplementary funding to facilitate an immediate transfer of teachers who are surplus to manpower requirements. And I'm talking about the 15,000 surplus teachers in KGs and primary schools.
The Minister for Health, Kwabena Mensah Akando, has criticized the previous administration of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo over what he describes as poor planning in the rollout of the Agenda 111 hospital project.
Speaking at the Government Accountability Series, the minister said that despite an estimated 4.8 million Ghana cedis reportedly spent on the initiative, none of the hospitals is currently operational. He urged that the project could have delivered more results if it had been structured and financed from the outset. Agenda 111, launched under the Akufo-Addo administration, was designed to construct 111 health facilities across the country to improve healthcare access, particularly in unserved areas. However, the project faced delays and findings challenges since its inception. Mr. Akando maintained that the current government under John Dramani Mahama is adopting a more strategic approach to ensure a completion and operationalization of the facilities. He disclosed that the government is exploring partnerships with key stakeholders, including faith-based organizations such as the Christian Health Association of Ghana, as well as the private sector. The minister added that the new approach focuses on securing funding and aligning resources before execution in a bid to avoid the challenges that plagued the initial rollout.
The former president, I wish he never said this. Unfortunately, he has said it. He told all of us that Agenda 111 will be completed before he leaves office. Let me even grant him the longer period he gave, that he will complete all Agenda 111, all the 111 hospitals before he leaves office. And by the time he left office, he had expended 4.8 billion Ghana cedis in Agenda 111, and not a single one of them was in operation. So this is the person calling us to complete Agenda 111. But let me tell you the good news. His Excellency the President has instructed that no project that he has inherited should be left to rot, should be left unattended to. So Agenda 111, we will continue Agenda 111 and we will finish Agenda 111. We will put every peso invested in this project to good use. So if you read the 2026 budget, it was clearly stated in it that this year we are going to finish about 10. And we may even finish more, I can assure you. And this time we are planning to see how we are not behaving like they behaved. We are planning. So we'll look for the source of funding. Even if they had planned, the 4.8 billion could have completed about 20 and roll out the next one. So now we are planning to see where government can come in to finish. Where CHAG, the Tayeboa is here, the Christian Health Association of Ghana, they are our partners. We are not into competition with them. Can you also come in to pick some of them, finish, equip, and run? The private sector, where do you come in? So we are planning a lot of thoughts going into this.
Ghana has signed a security and defense partnership with the European Union aimed at strengthening cooperation in tackling emerging security threats and enhancing national and regional stability.
In a statement issued on Tuesday, April 14th, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the agreement provides a structured framework for collaboration in areas including counterterrorism, maritime security in the Gulf of Guinea, cybersecurity, border management, and support the peacekeeping and crisis response operations. The partnership will also facilitate technical assistance, training, and the provision of equipment to support Ghana's security agencies. According to the ministry, the agreement builds on long-standing cooperations between Ghana and the EU and formalizes existing engagement into a more coordinated and forward-looking framework. Meanwhile, the ministry has addressed public concerns and misinformation surrounding the deal, stating that the agreement does not allow for the establishment of foreign military bases or the stationing of foreign troops in Ghana. The ministry also reaffirmed Ghana's commitment to its long-standing foreign policy principles, including non-alignment, Pan-Africanism, good neighborliness, and peaceful coexistence. It stressed that Ghana would not enter into any agreement that undermines the sovereignty or territorial integrity of neighboring states, while maintaining its commitment to transparency and accountability in international engagements. The statement further dismissed circulating claims about the agreement as inaccurate, assuring the public that the partnership aligns with Ghana's national interest and its broader commitment to peace, stability, and international cooperation. Officials say the decision to enter into the partnership is informed by involving security dynamics in West Africa, particularly the threat of violent extremism in the Sahel and maritime security challenges in the Gulf of Guinea.
The government of Ghana has announced plans to expand the livelihood empowerment against poverty programs from 300,000 to 400,000 beneficiary households in an aim moved to strengthening social protection and vulnerable communities.
The Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, Dr. Agnes Nabu-Mulati, disclosed this during a meeting with the World Bank Social Policy Practice Manager for West and Central Africa, Robert S. Chase, who is in Ghana to deepen collaboration on social protection interventions. According to the minister, the expansion forms part of broader efforts to enhance the country's social safety nets and expand support to more valuable householders across the country. She noted that programs such as SLEEP continue to play a critical role in reducing poverty and improving livelihoods, particularly among the most at-risk groups. The engagement between government and the World Bank focused on advancing key interventions under the Ghana Productive Safety Net Project 2, including the LEAP Cash Transfer Program and technical support for the Ghana School Feeding Program. Dr. Latte emphasized the importance of strengthening partnerships, including private sector participation, to sustain and scale up social protection initiatives. She also assured that measures are being put in place to ensure a smooth transition for beneficiaries exiting such programs. The minister further highlighted ongoing legislative efforts, including the Social Protection Act and the Affirmative Action Act, which are expected to improve coordination and efficiency within the sector. On this part, Mr. Chase reaffirmed the World Bank's commitment to supporting Ghana's social protection agenda, particularly in directing resources toward improving the living condition of vulnerable population. The expansion of FLEEP is expected to significantly increase the reach of Ghana's flagship cash transfer program as the government intensifies efforts to build a more inclusive and resilient social protection system.
Up next is business. Please do stay.
Hi, welcome to Shiloh Guest House, where comfort meets warmth. Our serene environment and cozy rooms provides a pleasant stay. To book a room with us, call 055-5940-103 and 0241-972076. Locate us at Teshi Nungwa Estate, number 8 Coconut Street, directly behind A-Life Supermarket. Shiloh Guest House, where comfort meets warmth. Every day on Ghana's roads, thousands of riders take to the streets to earn a living. But in just a few seconds, one mistake can change a life forever. Motorcycle crashes are rising, and riders remain among the most vulnerable road users. The truth is, many of these accidents can't be prevented.
Ride safe, check your bike, wear your helmet, overtake wisely, obey the rules. Get licensed with DVLA and register with PCSRC.
With discipline, with training, and with respect for road safety. Soon on MBN TV, you would hear real stories, real lessons, and real solutions.
You are the hero for your family and your passengers. Your life matters. Stay in the game. Stay alive. Join the Ride for Life campaign, spearheaded by MBN TV.
Now, in the world of business, the combined Kumasi Central Market Traders Union is demanding the immediate resumption of work on Phase 2 of the KJTR Central Market redevelopment project, warning it will embark on a major course of action if the government fails to act by May 2026.
In 2021, traders at the Central Market were evicted to pave way for the commencement of the Phase 2 of the KJTR redevelopment project. While some traders were relocated to race course, a vast majority are scattered all over the city without permanent trading spaces, and another majority find themselves in the house practically jobless. Although the project commenced on a promising note, work has stalled significantly for quite a long time now, and the stipulated completion period has elapsed without any communication or explanation to we the affected traders. The situation continues to affect our livelihoods, something that I need not mention. The union is issuing a very firm ultimatum to the government and all relevant authorities to ensure the release of funds and the resumption of work on the project by the end of May 2026. Failure to comply may lead the union with no option than to embark on a massive course of action.
In the world of sports, President of the Confederation of African Football, Patrice Motsepe, has expressed profound sadness following the death of Berekum Chelsea winger Dominic Frimpong, who was killed in an armed robbery attack.
The 20-year-old lost his life after sustaining a gunshot when Berekum Chelsea Timbers was ambushed whilst returning from a Ghana's Premier League fixture. In an official letter released, Motsepe conveyed his condolences to the player's family and the wider football community. The Timbers was attacked by armed robbers on the Bibiani Gorsu Road, where the assailant blocked the route and forced players and officials to flee into a nearby bushes. During the attack, several players sustained injuries while Frimpong was shot in the head. The winger, who was on loan from Aduana FC, was rushed to Bibiani Government Hospital but was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. The Ghana Football Association has since maintained close contact with the club and relevant authorities, including the Ghana Police Service, as investigations continue into the circumstances surrounding the attack.
We will be back with some international news.
How can some look fast? Papa, me again. Yes, we are late. Me quite remember who hear me. Meant me and sent my friend doctor when I'm crossing over. See what we swear. Yes, malaria. Malaria. Oh, what they say with the router? Me copy the absence here. A drone a friend router mixer. Yeah, come on, let it draw. And running so
Scarf trap and the draw crew abaso body assay. Wabo Ruta mixture abaso. Ruta natural products and one Ruta mixture. Yeah, you could see a tree. Ruta tonic and the Ruta life for a who a Phoenix like the one if in the podium. NASA supporting immune system. Ruta de Obiasia FDA at the Dreading Crack to Yatu.
Anglophone separatists in Cameroon have announced a period of safe travel passage and halted fighting ahead of Pope Leo's visit to the conflict-hit regions this week.
Leaders of several anti-secession groups said the 3-day measure was in recognition of the profound spiritual importance of the papal visit, which starts on Wednesday, and the need to safeguard civilian life. In a statement from Unity Alliance, which brings the groups together, they said they would facilitate the movement of those celebrating the visit. The government is yet to comment. A near decade of violence in the English-speaking religions has left at least 6,000 dead and many more forced from their homes. Pope Leo is currently in Algeria for a second day as part of his 11-day tour of the continent, in which he has also visited Cameroon, Angola, and Equatorial Guinea. This is one of the major themes of his visit. The Pontiff arrived in Algeria on Monday, marking the first visit by any pope to the predominantly Sunni Muslim country. It is also the birthplace of St. Augustine, and Leo XIV is the first pontiff from the order to follow his teachings.
Let's do a recap of tonight's top stories. Major headlines. GES teacher recruitment portal attracts 40,000 applicants for 7,000 slots. In the world of business, traders issue May ultimatum over stalled KJTR Phase 2 project. On the foreign front, Cameroon separatists to pause fighting ahead of Pope visits. Thanks for watching the Mega News at 6 on MBN TV. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at MBN 360, but on TikTok at MBN TV Official. I am Afu Juliet Yaira. Please do enjoy the rest of your evening. Major headlines. GES teacher recruitment portal.